Indeed and in fact, nothing changes if nothing changes. Where do we go from here? What will we do differently as a result? Beyond the White House, how will you affect change in your community and in your house? Today, let's have a courageous conversation about the necessity of change. Why being different makes a difference. You know what's up. Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me. And let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you are doing well. Like we say in the D, as I'm wearing it on my hat. What up, though? Yeah, what up, though? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing great and having a great day in a great way. It's going to get great. It's going to get better. We're going to have a conversation of illumination. I do need you to hit the thumbs up button on this video. Come on, hit the thumbs up button on this video. While you're doing that, hit the subscribe button as well. I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel. Yeah, our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. And let's do that by having this conversation of illumination. But in order to do that, y'all know what we got to do. We got to pay that light bill. Come on. We pay the light bill by dropping the light bulb emojis in the chat. Let's do that as a matter of fact. Drop those light bulb emojis in the chat. As a matter of fact, let's go. Drop some light bulbs. Turn me up. Let's light it all the way up. Let's flip the switch. Let's brighten it up in here, up in here, up in here. Let's stay lit. Why? Because we are the light of the world. And we're going to light it up. We're going to spotlight. We're going to highlight our particular topic for today, entitled The Necessity of Change. Why being different makes a difference. Here's the thing. After you have selected and voted for your particular candidate, I like what the prefix of candidate spells out and suggests. It's the word can. Come on, family, just type the word can. Type the word can. What can you do to make a difference? Because after all is said and done, generally more is said than done. And despite those or individuals, the politicians that have been chosen, that have been selected, despite all of that, here's what I understand. There's still work that needs to be done in our community. There's still individuals who are vulnerably housed. There's still individuals who are homeless and who are food insecure, who are lacking the basic necessities. There's still the preschool to prison pipeline going on. There's still disproportionate warehousing. All of these things are still continuing, and it's going to take more than just one particular individual to solve it. We are the leaders that we have been looking for. We are the ones that actually have to be engaged and actually have to get to the particular place of coming together more than ever before. Right? There's got to be unity in our community. Too often we are living in the divided states of America. And despite race, despite creed, despite color, despite ethnicity and background and beliefs, there's going to have to be some synergistic aspect for all of us to work together, to develop together, to empower each other, to really get to the specific place and the necessity of understanding that if it's to be, is up to me. And each of us has to imbibe that philosophy. Each of us has to imbibe that type of mentality to get our own mindset to the particular place of change. And before you ever change the world, you got to first change your world. Before you ever transform the world, you got to transform your world. Before it happens outside of you, it's got to first happen within you. Because the first time that you ever lead anybody, you are that somebody. Can't lead anybody if you don't first lead yourself. Mind, will, emotions, emotional intelligence. I don't know if you understand the whole aspect of trying to deal with a number of different people from different backgrounds, from different beliefs, from different ways and thoughts and philosophies of thinking, and different personalities. All of that molding, all that becoming a beautiful mosaic, right? And if you don't have the particular wherewithal and the personality and the fortitude internally to be able to handle a multiplicity of different individuals, you will fail, you will fold, you will fracture yourself, and you will fracture the individuals who you have been entrusted to care for, simply because you have not been developed emotionally, spiritually, mentally. And now here's what you'll do. You'll always bleed on people who didn't cut you. What are you doing to be the difference maker? Here it is, not just in somebody else's life, but first and foremost in your own life. How are you being a difference maker in your own life? What are you doing every single day to hold yourself accountable to your greatness and your commitment and your achievement? And hear me, owning your mistakes without leasing it. Let me say that again. Can you own your mistakes without leasing it? Can you own it and not lease it? What do I mean by that? Without blame shifting, without trying to tell other people what they haven't done and this is what it is. And whenever you're called on the carpet about something, you're always pointing the finger and pointing the blame at somebody else. And you saying the devil made me do it. Come on. Ownership. Come on, family. Type accountability. Type accountability. Type accountability. This is what it is. The way that we hold politicians to a particular standard, and we're going to elect them or not elect them, is based upon, hopefully, accountability. Are we willing to elect somebody who's going to be accountable? Are we going to be accountable? Are we going to accept the fact that we have been called? We have been elected by God to do great things. And hear me, your election was not based upon a popular vote. When God elected you, when God selected you, when God called you, when God chose you, it was not based on a particular popular vote. Why? Because people never would have voted you in. They would have voted you out anyway. They would have never confirmed you. They never would have affirmed you. They would have deferred from you. They would have deferred to somebody else and not to you. You were chosen, you were elected, you were called by God, and had nothing to do with a particular person. Your calling was not a conference call. Your calling was not a Zoom call. It was God specifically choosing you from the foundations of the world. Why? Because he had to set you in this particular generation for such a time as this to impact this generation. Couldn't have been born in the 1800s. Couldn't have been born in the 1600s. Couldn't have been born in a particular time throughout the eons of time, throughout the annals of time, in a particular decade and particular generation. No, he wanted you in this particular generation for you to be alive so that you could just not survive, but you could thrive. And it's not just for you to thrive, but it was for you to empower other people to do the same thing too. There's something empowering about you. There's something great about who it is that you are. And here's the thing, what I understand, we are all in a place of recovery and discovery. We're recovering from some things, but while we're recovering from some things, we're discovering other things. We're in a place of recovery and discovery. Some of us are recovering from bad relationships. And so now you discover that, the love that I was looking for, I had it within me internally always. I can embrace, I can imbibe, I can absorb God's love. Come on, some of us are recovering from abuse. We're recovering from neglect and stinking thinking that keeps us sulking and sinking. We're recovering from fear that has kept us in a place of ineptitude, that has kept us stagnant and stuck and stifled and stymied. We're recovering from emotional snipers and stagnant, stinking thinking that keeps us sulking and sinking. We're recovering from all the reasons why it won't work. Yeah. And a stuck, stagnant mindset. We're recovering from all of these things, but here's what we're moving into a particular place of. We're discovering who it is that we are. We're discovering the greatness of who it is that we are internally. We're discovering all of the great things about how we can overcome scarcity mindset and conformity and landmines that are against our mind, and the emotional snipers and the vision snipers and the narcissistic personality disorder and the imposter syndrome and the arrested development and the feeling of helplessness and hopelessness and self-imposed conformity and complexity and a mediocre mindset. You got to understand this, that you're not an underachiever. You're an overcomer. Let me say that twice because it's so nice. Come on, family. Just type, I'm an overcomer. You are not an underachiever. You are an overcomer. Overcome that mediocre mindset. You've survived. Now it's time to thrive. It's your season for seizing. But in order for you to do that, in order for you to actually step into your season for seizing, you got to overthrow the status quo. You got to overthrow the status quo by transforming your mind, by renewing your mind, by saying, listen, I got to embrace the necessity of change because nothing changes if nothing changes. Doing the same old thing, expecting a different result means I'm the one who's crazy. I'm the one who's insane. Come on. Everybody wants change until it's time for them to actually participate in that change that they desire to see. Oh, come on, family. You're having a conversation. Super conversation, that is. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Think bigger, better, brighter. Everybody wants change until now they have to actually add to that particular change of what it is that they desire to see. I can't just be a spectator. I got to be a participator. I want you to be a participator by becoming a member of In the Mix. Yeah. Come on, you watching In the Mix, but how are you not a member of In the Mix? Salute. Shout out to all of our members of In the Mix. And how can I tell? Because in our live chat, they have a colorful badge. Yeah, they have colorful comments that are indicative on their particular name. Green, red, whatever the case may be, which speaks to the fact that they have become a partner. They become a member of In the Mix. All you have to do to become one is just click the link in the chat, link in the description of this video. 3 particular tiers that are going to pop up. VIP, Royalty, OQP. Choose one of those tiers. And if you choose one of those tiers, I give you access to my members only area. Membership has its privileges. Get the behind the scenes, up close and personal connectivity that I have. We're just having real talk conversations. Go check it out. In the Mix. Become a member right now. And then, family, you know me. When I got my apparel on, you already know it's on. So we got an amazing class tonight in my Eagles community. It's my mentorship area. It's where I coach. It's where I teach. It's where I train. It's where I'm really going in further and farther and deeper than where I go here. You owe it to you to invest in yourself and be a part of my amazing Eagles community. You got an amazing family in there, people that you can network with, people that you can partner with, people who are on the right trajectory, who understand that it's not about me just soaring high based upon my own dream. You don't just soar as high as your dream, you soar as high as your team. We don't pride ourselves in competition, but collaboration, connection, communication. Connect with us. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. Fill out the form, and you're going to be transformed. Oh, yeah. Going to be transformed. We're talking about the necessity of change. Why being different makes a difference. You got to be mad enough to make a difference, though. mad. Make a difference. You got to get to the particular place of saying, you know, I can't stay this way. I can't keep having these knots in my thoughts. I got to get the knots out of my thoughts. I got to overcome the automatic negative thoughts, the ants that are in my life, to develop an ATM mindset, automatic transform mindset. Come on, your mind ought to be an ATM, because you're always doing a transaction based upon what you're thinking. Am I depositing positivity? Am I depositing positivity into my mind, or am I withdrawing from my mind based upon negative thinking? And you just keep withdrawing. You keep withdrawing from the positivity versus depositing it. And guess what? Now you got an overdraft. And here's the overdraft, is you feeling overwhelmed. Come on. The overdraft is what you have not overthrown. Moving into a particular place of anxiety and negativity. Got to overcome that and empower yourself by tapping into and embracing the aspect of change. Family, we're having a courageous conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. I got a special message in the midst of this special message. I want you to stick and stay. More is coming your way. After these messages, I will be right back. Our schools are underfunded, teachers are underpaid, and our children are undereducated. Our classrooms, culture, curriculum, and communities are in crisis like never before. Education is the key, but the lock is broken. So how do we fix it? I'm so glad that you asked. I'm giving you strategies in my new book. It's my 17th book, by the way, called Strategies for Successful Schools. How to develop a diverse classroom of learners who read, lead, and succeed. This is a book that's available right now for our educational leaders. It's a must-read for school board members, parents, community advocates, transformative teachers, and yes, for those of you who desire to see our children lead and succeed. But not only that, so many of our young people are struggling with their academics, their mental well-being, limiting beliefs, procrastination, interpersonal trauma, and just feeling like they're hopeless. But what if there was a go-to guide to empower you to be a champion and our children to be a champion and empower them to overcome challenges? Here's the good news. I've got another book for you. It's my 18th one. Learners are Leaders, Strategies and Solutions for Student Success. It's got a 31-day journal in there. It's got affirmations, really a lot of valuable life lessons, ways to set smart goals for success, improve your mental well-being, foster academic success. So much more that is in store when you get not just one, but both of these books. They're both available right now on Amazon. Yeah, go get it right now. But also, you can get signed copies that are available at theeaglesacademy.com/books. Don't just get them for you, but also get them for someone else too. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family, I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. Oh, we're having a courageous conversation. Talking about the necessity of change. Family, just type change. Type change. The necessity of change, why being different makes a difference. You got to understand this. Listen, you're too unique to compete. You're too rare to compare. Your royalty demands loyalty. If God wanted you to be anybody else, he would have made you them. But here's the thing. Nobody can beat you being you. You're great all by yourself. You don't have to be a cookie cutter clone of what other people want you to do and how people want you to operate and what they want you to say and how they want you to think. No. All you have to do is think those thoughts that are according to what God wants you to think. Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are worthy, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are pure. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, whatsoever things are just, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. And here's what we do. We think antithetical and contradistinctive to what those particular examples of how we're supposed to think in Scripture speaks to what we should do. We think opposite of that. When here it is, I can't embrace change. I can't make a difference until I move into a place of shifting my thoughts differently. That's what I have to do. Got to shift my thoughts differently. Got to take myself beyond where it is that I am to where I can be. And I got to get my mindset to a different degree and a different level by saying, listen, I'm not going to be conformed, but I'm going to be transformed. And here it is, not by the renewing of your lease. You're not transformed by the renewing of your marital vows, and we're glad and grateful for that. But you are only transformed by the renewing of your mind. If you don't renew your mind, you can't renew your household. If you can't renew your mind, your money's going to stay stagnant and stale and stifled. If you can't renew your mind, your relationships will never be renewed. If you can't renew your mind, your community will never be improved. If you can't renew your mind, your life will remain stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck. Come on, it'll always be 2 steps forward and 3 steps backward. You always feel less. You always feel limited. And sometimes here's what you got to do. You got to isolate to elevate. You got to see no as new opportunity. You got to tell yourself no to certain things that are making you deleterious to your destiny, that are pulling you away from your purpose. No, I can't be on the phone right now. No, I can't answer that text message right now. No, I can't go here. No, I can't go there. No, I ain't going on the date today. I'm in my purpose every day. Because here's the thing. A lot of us have this FOMO. It's the fear of missing out. Let me take a sip so I don't slip. You got this fear of missing out. And you ain't really missing out on nothing. Here's what you're missing out on. You're missing out on pouring into your purpose. That's what you're really missing out on. You're missing out on taking advantage of what it is that God has called you to do. You're missing out on taking the time to actually invest in you and really probe into what it is that God has instructed, called, and created you to do. Too many of us, we're trying to be here, we're trying to be there, we're trying to be everywhere, except in the place of where we need to be. That's our purpose. When you tap into your purpose, you never feel worthless. When you tap into that particular purpose, you'll never feel worthless. You'll never feel intimidated. Why? Because whoever you intimidate will be who you eliminate. But it won't stop how God has made you great. Don't allow people to just make you feel like, oh, you can just do this or you can just do that. No, I can't just do this and just do that. I can do this and that. Man, and sometimes we're battling whatever this is. Maybe for some of us, this is the stinking thinking. Maybe this is the ineptitude. Maybe this is feeling less than who it is that you are, and your low self-esteem and your low level of self-confidence. And you're feeling as if nobody wants you and nobody values you. And you're dealing with the pain of the past and the hurt and the hardship and the headaches of life and the financial strain and the burden. I don't know what your this is, but this won't stop that which God is doing in your life. He's called you to make a difference. Come on, every single time that you drive through your neighborhood and you drive through your environment, you ought to be looking and seeing what are the problems that are going on. What are the problems at the job? What are the problems in the community? What are the problems in the church? What are the problems here? What are the problems there? Why? Because every problem is a business. You have been created to be a problem solver, not a problem causer. Hear me? Every problem is a business. You were created to be a problem solver, not a problem causer. When you know your purpose, you solve problems. When you don't walk in your purpose, you cause problems. What problem are you solving? Are you solving or are you causing? Are you being a headache or an aspirin? Are you causing or are you solving? What is it that you were created to do, and what is it that you have yet to do that you know you need to do? And here it is, the necessity of change. The necessity of change moves me into a particular place to say, since I am needed, I'm not needy, But since I am needed, there are some things that I need to do in order to transform my life and the lives of others too. You're needed, you're necessary. You've been elected to do something different. You've been selected by God. That's beyond policies, beyond personalities, beyond politics. It's about people. It's about purpose. It's about you having that passion to really pour into the lives of people. Why? Because if you are faithful, I guarantee you will be fruitful. If you just yield, there's no doubt about it, but you will produce the greatest yield that God has instructed, that has implored, that God has implored, and that God has employed you to do. Family, I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. It's a great place to sow. Once you sow where you grow, once you sow where you soar. The necessity of change. Transformation takes place when you pour into the right place and remain in place for where it is that God has to take you to and what he desires to do in and through you. I want to join my faith with yours. Come on, I want you to stretch yourself beyond where it is that you are to where you can be. The testimonies of people who have sown into this podcast, into this word each and every single day and throughout the weeks and throughout the last months and months and months of how we've been broadcasting. The testimonies have been resounding of healing, of financial blessing, of doors that are opening. And I know it's going to happen for you too. You can do that simply by sowing. Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Link is in the chat. Link is in the description of this video. I want to join my faith to yours that God does 30, 60, 100 fold, that he catapults you to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. I want you to name your seed as you sow your seed. Maybe you're naming your seed change. Maybe you're naming your seed transformation. Maybe you're naming your seed difference maker, because that's what you are. I don't know what you're naming your seed, but I want you to name your seed. No seed is too big. No seed is too small. But I want you to sow. Yes, all of you all who are watching even now. I'm believing, declaring and decreeing that doors are opening for you. Opportunities are happening for you. People are speaking your name in rooms that you haven't even stepped into. Healing is hitting your body. Your children are being blessed. Debt is being canceled. Doubt is being vanquished. And God is getting the glory out of your story. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for giving online. Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. Family, we got an amazing class right after this session today. And of course, like I say, you know, whenever I have my apparel on, you better believe it. It's on. We're going all the way up. We're soaring into another dimension tonight, into our Eagles community. And I'm inviting you to join us. You owe it to you to be a part of our session tonight, taking place right after this session. You can go and register right now to be a part of it. TheEaglesAcademy.com, TheEaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. Fill out the form, be transformed through the mentorship, through the empowerment, through the Eagles Nest reflections, through the guided feedback that I give, through the impact and through the empowerment. Where, listen, you're going to be taking so many notes. You're going to get so much affirmation. You're going to also move into a place of application. Not just information, but transformation and revelation. Go get it. Be a part of it. TheEaglesAcademy.com. Can't wait to see your face in the place on tonight. If you're not a member of In the Mix, come on, just become a member. Simply, all you have to do is tap the link in the description of this video. Link is in the chat. And as a matter of fact, you can just click on one of those buttons, click on one of those badges, VIP, Royalty, OQP, and you'll get access to our members only area. Membership has its privileges. Go ahead and unlock the membership portal area. Family, in the mix, out of time. But y'all know I'm not out of truth, and so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really do want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. And we mix it up right here on the YouTube side. Yes, we do. We mix it up on the YouTube side, but also on our sister satellite stations on social media. And of course, as we mix it up on the YouTube side, I do need you to hit the thumbs up button. Come on, hit the thumbs up button, like, comment, share, subscribe. We mix it up on our Facebook side, social media side, all that side. Thank you for being on the right side and kicking it with us. But I just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Well, then step this way, step that way. Which way? By friending me, follow me on social media. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. That is EddieConnorJr. Come on, family, put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. Of course, I'm personally inviting you to join me and be a guest at the place where I pastor, the Remnant Worshipers Church. Amazing church, amazing body of believers who love, lead, and lift each other through our motto, faith, family, forward. And so you're going to do that. You're going to move forward with us. Join me this Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m. And of course, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. for prayer, 7 p.m. for Bible study at the Remnant Worshipers Church. You say, I'd love to come. I just need to know the address. I'm so glad that you asked. 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit. I'm saving you a seat. 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit. I'm saving you a seat. You can get some church merch as well. Check out our website, trwchurch.org. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate. Please reach out to me. Get any of my 18 books that are out there on Amazon, as well as theeaglesacademy.com/books. That's where you can get some signed copies as well. Add me to your library, family. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, why would you look any further? Come on, you know I'm the man for the job. So invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make some progression. All you have to do is email me to invite me, info@eddieconnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you now, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. Family, there is power in partnership, and we are better together, which is why I am on a mandated mission to activate 30, yes, 30 new action takers who are ready to soar beyond their limits. I'm ready to develop and deploy you into your gifts and your greatness. Now, are you ready? Well, get activated by joining the Eagles Academy, where we cultivate your gifts and your talents to become the greatest version of yourself. And we do this through weekly mastermind sessions where you receive strategies for exponential growth with self-paced Eagles Nest reflections that include personalized feedback to transform you, to renew your mindset, to empower you to take action and actualize your purpose. Are you an action taker? If so, today I ask you, are you ready to answer the call? Well, great. Then visit theeaglesacademy.com and become a member. For only $24.99, you will unlock unlimited knowledge and resources that will launch you and catapult you into the greatest version of yourself. I invite you to the winner's circle. On your mark, get set, go right now to theeaglesacademy.com and seize this moment.